NF Audio. Today we will be reviewing three IEMs, the RG15, the NM2 Plus, and the RA05. Starting with the build quality of the RG15, this one's kind of cool because it's Assassin's Creed themed. Kind of neat. I think they're pretty. The ear hooks are comfortable enough. Didn't have any issues with fit here. Does have some controls here, as well as a microphone. You are now listening to the microphone on the RG15. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And the cable, not too bad. Got your slider. And then USB-C. Yeah, not too bad. As you can see here, does the swirl, pretty nice. Little pouch it comes with. Pretty decent. What's kind of cool about this one is when you're unboxing it, it looks like a video game. I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, the NM2 Plus hard shell case. I do like that. I prefer the hard shell cases, and this one's not too bulky. It's kind of nice. This one has a metal shell as well, which pretty decent. The nozzle's not too big. Yeah. Not bad there. I did find these ear hooks a little stiff to the point where it was impacting fit. It was kind of pulling it out of my ear. But other than that, the cable's pretty decent. You got your cinch. And then 3.5. As you can see here, not a lot of memory. It just nicely twirls about, as I say. Pretty decent. The RA05. It comes with a little pouch as well. This one's a little bit more like wiry. Like it doesn't want to listen to me like the cable. It's a very small IEM. Like extremely small. If you have small ears, maybe this might be for you. Very small. The ear hooks, a little stiffer on this one, but like not the worst. I didn't find it impacted the fit. This one has controls as well. Microphone. You are now listening to the microphone on the RA05. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And then, yeah, a little cinch. USB-C. And it's a little bit more, like a little more memory. At first glance, it kind of looks like the same cable, but it's definitely not. As you can see, it's a little more memory, doesn't play as nice. But yeah, that's the build quality. Pretty okay. This one is a little more but these ones are built pretty decent. How do they sound? So the RG15 is pretty good, actually. Like the bass sounds pretty decent. Nice glide into the mids. You get into the upper mids and treble, and I do have one complaint about the sound, but this is just a personal preference thing. Like, this is not going to impact everybody. The mid treble around the 5K mark is just a little bit boosted, and you can hear it. Like, it does bite me at times. That's me personally. I have quite the sensitivity in that area, unfortunately. So, yeah, this one was just a little bit spicy there for me. But other than that, I didn't have any complaints about the frequency response. It was pretty okay overall. The NM2 Plus, it's a little more like a kind of old school tuning. Has like a glide straight into the mids and then kind of that cat ear thing going on in the upper mids. And then falls off in the treble. It's not bad. It sounds kind of like it has that dynamic sound, if you know what I'm talking about. It's a little more punchy. It's just a little bit spicy for me in the wrong areas in the treble, but that's, again, treble's a very personal thing, so it might not be spicy for everyone. Just for me personally, this one's a little bit spicy for me. The RA05, unfortunately, this frequency response is just very much not my thing. It's very, very bright, and yeah, it's just not my thing. If you really enjoy bright tunings, that might be for you. Just for me personally, it was a lot. It was quite a bit. So yeah, overall, the sound was all right for these. Now, when it comes to the DSP on both of these, they must be using either the similar internals or they're the same internals, but they both had the same kind of problems and strengths and weaknesses. So overall, it did pretty good. Like, it wasn't messing with the white noise. It wasn't messing with like my dynamic range at all. It wasn't doing weird artifacts. Except once in a while, you can hear a bit of that electrical crosstalk that you sometimes get with IEMs. It was subtle, very hard to notice. Like, most people might not even notice it, but to my ear, it was there, and it was just kind of there in the background. Maybe like 10 dB, like, and it's very occasional. It's not often. It just sometimes happens, but it is something to note because if you're really, really, hyper aware of that type of stuff, that might bother you. For me personally, it wasn't too bad. Like, I didn't find it distracted me from my listening of music. It wasn't too bad. I would still call that a pass. Like, it wasn't too bad. It's just something I need to note. Other than that, the signal sounded pretty decent. Like, it sounded good. Like, my music was actually sounding like my music. Nothing weird was happening. So I'll give that a pass. And then this guy here, I found I preferred it with silicone tips, specifically the XDuoo SS tips. I just found it made the treble a little bit, I don't know, more well balanced. Didn't really love it with foam tips. Interesting, because I'm normally a foam tip guy. So just something I needed to point out. Overall, I don't hate the sound of these two. I could definitely see myself recommending the RG15 if you're not sensitive to that mid treble area. It's actually pretty good. Like, it sounds pretty decent. This guy, you have to really like that dynamic driver kind of old school tonality. It's good. It's just not 100% my thing, but it's definitely not bad. I wouldn't say like don't buy this. I think it's a pretty okay product for what it is. And then the RA05, yeah, it's just not for me. If you really love your bright tuning, like I'm talking super bright, this one might be for you, but for me personally, it's just not my thing. This one had a little bit of challenge, like a little tiny bit of channel imbalance as well. Just something to note, QC. But these two are right on it. Like, really good channel balance on both of these. Awesome build. Like, these feel nice. This cable is significantly better than this one, even though they look the same from afar. Yeah, I'll definitely give these two a pass. This one, so yeah. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.